In this video, I will tell you how crypto is changing the world for the better and how you can participate in this right today without spending a cent and without leaving the YouTube platform. It is precisely crypto and the technology it is based on, called blockchain, that helps save millions of dollars, erase borders between countries, and make charity as transparent, fast, and at the same time, any action of the fund can be checked, completely eliminating fraud. My name is Ivan. I am an investor and a businessman. I have 6 projects in crypto, IT, and artificial intelligence. While I am working, right now my digital double is recording this video for you. All information has been personally double-checked by me. The future is already here. According to research, even in the most economically developed countries, less than 10% of people know about cryptocurrencies. And those who have heard about crypto often think that it is associated with fraud and adventurers' attempts to make easy money. Meanwhile, crypto is penetrating literally all spheres of life, including being used by the largest charitable foundations worldwide, because it helps increase the amount of aid, makes it fast and transparent. In a world where over 1 billion people lack quality water at home and can't afford medical assistance, increasing the efficiency of charity literally saves the lives of thousands of people. Approximately 1,200 million people in the world live in extreme poverty. They receive less than $2 per day per person. They often lack toilets and running water at home. They are deprived of the opportunity to see a doctor and study. So, if you had breakfast today, washed up, and didn't think about where to get clean water, your life is better than all these people's lives. Moreover, fierce conflicts constantly erupt in the world. The war in Ukraine, and now in the Middle East, generate hundreds of thousands of refugees. The consequences of the earthquake in Turkey are not fully rectified to this day, and many people are left homeless in a country where inflation reaches 60% a year. Hundreds of thousands of people do not have enough money to pay for expensive treatment for themselves or their loved ones. There are dozens of different charitable foundations that collect billions of dollars in aid, but the world is made up of different countries, which have different laws, different governments, different relationships with each other, different currencies, and different central banks. All of this creates a whole range of problems. In one country, you don't pay any taxes for charity at all, and in another, you need to meet certain conditions to avoid problems with the tax service. Or you can send money to one country, but you can't to another because your government is against the government of the affected country. All of this creates the need for the existence of charitable foundations, some of which may turn out to be fraudulent, and the foundations themselves need to do a lot of essentially extra work, which means a large staff of employees who need to be paid. There are also bank commissions for transfers, especially between countries. In the end, all these are extra expenses, a waste of time, and donors' misunderstanding of exactly where their money went. It is precisely crypto and the technology it is based on, called blockchain, that helps save millions of dollars, erase borders between countries, and make charity as transparent and fast as possible. Now in a minute, I will explain what crypto and blockchain are, and we will move on to examples of how this works for the benefit of people and what problems it solves. Cryptocurrency is essentially electronic money that lacks the drawbacks of regular money because crypto is not controlled by banks, the government, and so on. Cryptocurrencies can be different, just as Japanese yen and US dollars differ, but they can also be exchanged for each other. Any cryptocurrency essentially operates on blockchain technology, chains of computers around the world. This means that the data is not located in one place that can be controlled, but is copied on each computer in the network. And a special encryption system, that is cryptography, is responsible for the accuracy of the data. Cryptography has been used since World War II. Crypto is not necessarily a coin whose rate jumps up and down by tens of percent. There is such a type of cryptocurrency as stablecoin. This is a cryptocurrency, for example, pegged to the dollar rate. It is most convenient to store crypto in it. So, the main problems that blockchain technology and cryptocurrency solve are complete transparency instead of complete unknown, timely assistance, not months and years later, and the absence of borders, taxes, fees, and bureaucracy. Firstly, usually you send your money to the fund through a bank and do not know what happens to them next. This is like a black box, and although some funds try to report on their work in detail, you do not always know exactly where your money went. I think many would be willing to give a little bit of their income to help people, but we do this rarely, and not through our own fault. After all, to help someone, you need to find a certain fund, spend a lot of time to make sure that these are not scammers. For example, in England alone, more than 2% of the money from funds is stolen under the guise of charity, and this is over $1 billion several years ago. Even if you fully trust the fund, Such a situation reduces your motivation to help further. After all, you just do not see a clear connection between what you did and the result. Obviously, with the help of blockchain, every transaction related to charity becomes public and is registered thanks to a decentralized and immutable ledger. This technology ensures that donations are used as intended. Donors will be able to track their contributions and be sure that they were not stolen, and see exactly what their funds went to be inspired and continue to help further, as well as invite their loved ones to join. Secondly, blockchain will help remove all the extras, and you, as well as the funds themselves, will not have to spend part of the money on commissions when sending funds, especially abroad. In one of the episodes, I already talked about the fact that the commission for transferring a conditional $1,000 in crypto is about 6 times lower than if you transfer it using banks. Thirdly, with crypto there are no longer borders, unnecessary bureaucracy, and so on. Intermediaries, such as the fund and various states with their different laws, reduce the availability of aid in different countries, relations between which can be spoiled due to the actions of their governments. Transfers in crypto are instant, have no volume restrictions and borders. The reach of charitable initiatives is expanded thanks to this accessibility, which allows organizations to connect with a global pool of potential donors. Moreover, by optimizing the donation process, blockchain reduces administrative costs and ensures that a larger percentage of donations will be directed directly to the intended recipients. For example, smart contract technology allows you to set certain criteria and subsequent action. For instance, when collecting $10,000 in a wallet, a specific model of a water purification unit is ordered, and its delivery to a specific village in Uganda is arranged. That is, no one can, for example, end the collection, send an old unit from their garage, and keep the money for themselves. If you think this is too fantastic, I will tell you that smart contracts are already changing the world and are used, for example, by 40 largest banks in Germany, the Central Bank of Canada, and not only. I have a separate episode about this on my channel. I recommend watching it after this video. The fourth important plus of cryptocurrency is the high speed of collections. This is especially important in urgent situations. For example, an earthquake in Turkey, when urgent help is needed to clear debris, and the speed of this help depends on people's lives. The fifth plus is the reduction of taxes and even the elimination of the need to report to the state. In most countries, charity money is either not subject to tax collection or a tax deduction is provided. But there are conditions. I'll take the USA as an example because according to statistics, many of my viewers are from there. First, you need to check the credentials of a potential charity before making a donation. Typically, you are not entitled to claim a tax deduction for your contribution to a charity located outside the United States. Kelly Erb from Forbes magazine wrote about all this. If you are from the USA and I am wrong, let me know in the comments. In any case, everything is greatly simplified with Bitcoin. Considering a donor from the US as an example, if a contribution is made using Bitcoin, the charity will receive the donation in full without capital gains tax. And all these 5 important pluses of crypto are combined into the main plus. As soon as people get used to working with blockchain technology and cryptocurrencies, people in need will receive much more money and much faster. Imagine people donating an additional 10% to funds if they know exactly where their money is going. Another 10% if they are sure that they are not giving money to fraudsters. Another about 15% can be saved on commissions, the work of the fund's staff, taxes, and the help of tax lawyers. Another 3 to 5% of aid falls into the hands of fraudsters. And I think that the absence of borders for help and for donors can increase the amount of collections by another 10 or 15%. Thus, cryptocurrency can help increase aid by about 1.5 times. Imagine how many problems this can solve and how many lives it can save. But wait, I agree, these are a bit theoretical considerations. If you want practical results here and now that you can influence, then switch to the video about how I will convert my own money into crypto and donate it to one of the charitable funds. Despite the fact that the video is recorded using my clone, the money I will transfer is real. And the more views that video gets, the more funds I will transfer. The more activity that video receives, the better. After all, for every like YouTube shows that video to 10 more people. This way we will gather the maximum number of views and the maximum amount of funds to send to the fund. There are already applications and funds working with crypto today. For example, these are the Binance Charity and the Giving Block based on cryptocurrency. Binance Charity is a charitable division of the largest cryptocurrency exchange Binance, which actively participates in a number of charitable initiatives. It focuses on using blockchain technology to ensure accountable, efficient, and transparent charity. The giving block facilitates the acceptance of cryptocurrency payments by charitable organizations. Although it is not a charity platform itself, it helps many non-profit organizations receive donations in cryptocurrency, making cryptocurrencies more accessible for charity. There are also so-called charity NFT auctions. Let me remind you that NFT stands for non-fungible token, or simply unique token. It is a unit of account that creates a digital imprint for a unique item: paintings, photos, videos, music, and so on. Such items are of great value among collectors, gamers, and art lovers. They are bought and sold through auctions, and if the auction is charitable, part or all of the proceeds are donated to a charitable fund. Crypto funds help all sorts of people, from helping those who have lost their homes in Venezuela to creating sources of clean water in Africa and teaching women to code in Afghanistan. World-renowned funds trust crypto. For example, UNICEF, which has been operating since 1946. We could see their logo on the shirts of the world's most famous football club, Barcelona, from Spain. The fund accepts Bitcoins and Ethereum to support various projects related to children and their well-being. The BitGive Foundation has been accepting cryptocurrency donations since 2013 and funds various projects in education, healthcare, and ecology. The anonymous charitable fund, the Pineapple Fund, was created in 2017. Its creator, known as Pine, donated more than 5,000 Bitcoins to various charitable projects, including organizations fighting poverty and disease, as well as research in artificial intelligence and more. The Water Project, this non-profit organization, raises funds to provide access to clean water in Africa. They accept cryptocurrency donations, including Bitcoins and Ethereum. Eat Bitcoin, an organization that helps poor and hungry people in Venezuela and other countries. Code to Inspire, this fund teaches women to code in Afghanistan. They accept cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoins, to support their educational programs. Clean Water Coin, this cryptocurrency was created to raise funds for the construction and maintenance of water purification systems in countries with limited access to clean water. Heifer International, this organization helps poor families in developing countries by providing them with livestock and training in agriculture. They accept Bitcoins as donations. Give Crypto, this charitable organization, founded by Brian Armstrong, former CEO of Coinbase, provides cryptocurrencies to poor people in various countries. Mona Foundation. This organization supports the education and development of children in developing countries. They accept cryptocurrency donations for their educational programs. BitHope. This project allows non-profit organizations to create fundraising campaigns in Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies. Pencils of Promise. This organization builds schools and educates children in countries where education is not available. They accept cryptocurrencies to support their educational projects. The idea of using crypto in charity has a few weak spots. The first problem is the fluctuations in the value of cryptocurrencies. They can affect the ability of humanitarian organizations to make effective plans and allocate resources. This problem is relatively easy to solve. It is advisable to collect donations in stablecoins, for example, USDT, and promptly convert other incoming cryptocurrencies into a stablecoin. Another problem is the digital divide in areas affected by humanitarian crises. That is, people simply do not know about cryptocurrencies. I am partly fighting this problem right now, creating these videos without any obvious benefit to myself to enlighten as many people as possible. Of course, where there is money in any form, including cryptocurrencies, there is the issue of security. I've already talked about the existence of even state-funded North Korean hacker groups. However, all this is true for crypto exchanges. It's enough to store money on crypto wallets to ensure their security from hacks. By the way, there's a video on the channel with a choice of the most convenient and secure wallet. The fourth problem is the uncertainty of laws. Some countries have welcomed cryptocurrencies, others have adopted strict laws or completely banned them. Fortunately, crypto is allowed in more than 100 countries around the world. Finally, the fifth problem is the funds themselves. They want to use cryptocurrencies but don't know how, and they're waiting for a pioneer fund that will go all the way with cryptocurrencies from start to finish and streamline the process. This is already a task for the fund workers themselves to look for such examples and become them. The game is worth the candle, as according to research, 45% of crypto investors donate at least $1,000 a year to charity. At the same time, the average donation size in cryptocurrency on this platform is $11,000. So, I hope this video was useful for you, and it will definitely be useful for other people if you write any comment and express your opinion about charity using crypto. I will be glad to any constructive feedback and questions. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to participate in my campaign, which I will talk about in the next video.